Hi everyone. Today we're going to look at rear end awareness, familiarising your dog with their rear end. My name is Adele and today I'm working with Misty and we are Animal Tactics. Hi everyone. Okay, so rear end awareness, what does this come in handy for? Well, a multitude of tricks that you can evolve and advance to later on. So today we are going to cover the very first stage of teaching your dog rear end awareness. Now, there is a bit of a rumor around that dogs kind of don't know that they've got back legs. So in order to do some tricks like handstands, backing upstairs, backing up through a chute, or even just using a hand signal to back away from an object or a toy, that they need to discover that they actually have rear legs. So how do we start with this process? So you would have seen in the novice tutorials, and I'll put that in the link of description below, the backup chute done by team member Julie and her dog. So I would suggest that you go back, have a look at the backup chute tutorial and start off there and then progress to this video. As I said, there is a link in the description below. All right, so to start off today, what I'm going to do is just get Misty familiarizing her back legs, her paws with a target mark. So the target mark that I'm using today is just simply a circular chopping board that you can buy from a cheap shop, Kmart here if you're here in Australia, anything like that. You can always use just a felt piece of material or a small square chopping board. At this stage, it doesn't actually matter. What we're just wanting to do is lure that dog to get their paws onto this. Once they realize that they get a treat for popping their rear end on there, then they will continue to look for those markers behind them. Some dogs may turn and face, some may just back straight up. So let's give it a try today. Let's move on to step one, where I'm going to lure my dog with a treat. I'm going to just pop this here to the side so I can do a side view for you all. Okay, Misty, are we ready? Come on round. Okay, so as you can see, Misty is quite familiar with the target mark. That's exactly what we're wanting to do. Yes. On your mark. Yes. Good girl. On your mark. So this is what we are trying to achieve. Now, to start this process, what I would suggest is treats in hand, bringing your dog forward. They're not going to know automatically that they need to back up. What you are wanting to do is drive your dog slowly, treats in hand, until they touch that yes. As soon as they touch, reward them touching with that paw. Could be the slightest touch. It doesn't even need to keep that paw on there at this stage. Yes, good girl. You can just have them tap it. Just familiarize. Yes, good girl. So I've still got these treats. Yes. In both hands here. Yes, good girl. Now remember, with your reward marker, you can use either your reward word, a yes or awesome or high five, or you can use a clicker. Today, because I've got both my hands tied up here, I'm using my reward word. Yes, good girl. And back. Yes, good girl. Now, to start off with, you may need your dog at a closer distance. Not all dogs are going to walk 2 or 3 feet back. So just a simple yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Really close. Yes, good girl. Lots of enthusiasm. Yes, Misty, good job, good job. Then slowly move it further and further away. Yes, good girl. And you can see that I'm still using my hands here. Yes, good girl. And slowly back. Fantastic. Once your dog has learnt this trick, you will then be able to take your luring out, your treats a little bit more. No treats in hand. Misty, back. Yes, good girl. So now I'm adding a verbal cue. Okay. Misty, searching for a treat on the floor. Yes, back. Yes, good girl. So she automatically knows back as my verbal cue to move in a backwards motion. I use this cue for quite a number of tricks. Yes, good girl. So back. Yes, good girl. And then you can actually take it to a hand motion if you're wanting to. So this is the next phase, bringing the ante up a little bit. Back. Yes, good girl. Back. Now her paws have gone off the edge there, so I'm actually not going to reward that at this stage. I'm wanting her 2 back paws on that board. So Misty, come. Yes, back. Come. Paws on. Paws on. Yes, good girl. Good job. Back. Yes, so now she's got the idea. Back. Yes, good girl. Good girl. So there we have it. That is the first stage of rear end awareness. Getting those 2 back legs on that target mark there and rewarding your dog. This can take several days to achieve, several training sessions. Don't be disheartened if they don't get it straight away. Just keep luring. They may only take just a smidge of a step backwards. Reward that every time. Once they've got that, just up the ante a little bit, make it a little bit further and further distance until your dog is understanding, hey, if I back up now, I'm going to get an awesome treat. That's exactly what my owner wants me to do. So enjoy, have fun teaching your dog. Their rear end does exist in their world, and you will have a myriad of tricks that you can incorporate and progress from here. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed our tutorial today. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss our weekly releases. If you would like to see more videos of this level, check out our playlists. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. Links are in our description below.